Hey everybody, welcome back. It's been a few days since we've done a video, and we just needed to get out here. We had a lot going on at home, and anyways, we decided to head on out here. My wife hadn't gotten a chance to see our other garden at our other property in a few days, so we wanted to bring her out here and kind of see what's going on. But today we're going to be doing an end of July garden tour, so stick around. We can't wait to show you. We've gone through, we've got a lot of squash and gourds and things growing up here, so we wanted to get them properly growing up the trellis, so that way it continues on. So now we are going to head back to our garden at our home. We've got these up. We've got watermelon, 4 different types of watermelon here, or three or four, excuse me. It's doing really good. It's just we don't have any watermelon yet, but that's okay. We were kind of not really expecting to see watermelon yet. Well, let me take that back. We were expecting to see watermelon a while back, and these were just slow to start. But very happy with what we've got. They did not die. They made it through the rough patch, and they're doing well. So all in all, our plants are alive. They are flourishing. The soil out here just needs heavily amended, and we'll do that next year, like what we did in the video that you guys saw before with the squash, where we amended that. The corn, it's doing okay. It's kind of spindly. This is my first year growing corn, so anybody with any advice on corn, I would love it. I will take it with open arms. But you know, we're okay with it. It'll be all right. We know that the soil wasn't the greatest. We just ran out of time to amend and to do much with this bed, so I think that has a lot to do with why it's spindly. But and some stalks are bigger, not sure. But next year we will. It's going to be amazing. So we're excited for what we have, as always, and just looking forward. It's kind of the story I've heard other people say it that I watch, you know, and they say that there's always, you know, next year, and unfortunately we just haven't had ideal weather for a lot of crops this year. It's been tough. It's been cumbersome. So that's kind of what's going on here. Let's head back to our house and we'll check that garden out. We're going to show you what's going on now in our garden after getting back from our other one, and some changes that we're going to make. So let's check it out. So over here we've got the broccoli. It is dying. It is done. It is gone to seed. The white cabbage looper moths are everywhere, and it is just it's a mess. But we're going to be cutting all this back. We're going to clean it all out, and this will be where we put our it'll get amended. We'll put in some worm castings. We'll get it all ready, and this will be where we put all of our fall garden. Again, more broccoli, more cauliflower, more Brussels sprouts. As you can see, it is just taken over. So I was going to rip this out now. However, I think we may wait. I believe my wife wants to get the seed from this. It does, however, look like most of the seed pods have fallen off except for a few. So I don't know. We'll talk about it. The squash, and the zucchini, this was really a bad area to do this. This was the first year that we did this here. So this bed next year, and we've got squirrels thinking that they can plant their future for winter here. and that's just not the case. But this will be next year. This will become our strawberry patch. Our son loves strawberries. Right now I have a little thing in the back. This whole thing will be all strawberries, so we're super excited about it, and it will do well here. It gets enough sun, but at the same time, strawberries like to be moist, and it stays. The soil stays moist over here. So this next year will not be where the zucchini and the squash are. They will be on the other side where we're going to add some new raised beds. And then everything here on the back fence, this will go away as well. We won't have this here, unfortunately. It was what it was this year. We wanted to save some of the plants we had, and we had so much success in the germination process of the seeds that it just worked out that way. So let's go in here. We'll check this out real quick. It's kind of a jungle. I'm going to harvest a lot of kale and stuff today and probably cut this all back. We're going to be planting more kale for the fall season. Looks like we've got a squash here ready to go, so that's cool. This is just crazy, but this is Luffa Gourd and a horn melon, African horn melon. So it is finally putting on flowers. We were going to rip this all out today except for the Luffa Gourd, but we've noticed that melons are now showing up on the other plant. So even though this one looks okay because it's green and lush, but the other one was riddled with the cucumber beetle and the bacterial wilt and just a myriad of different things. So that really, I would love to rip it up, but it's now going to produce some horn melons, so I feel like I can't rip it out. So that is what that is. Here's the little strawberry patch that we currently have. It is done producing strawberries for this year. Our son picked it dry, and believe me, he ate a ton of strawberries. But I want more. Back here, it's kind of a jungle. I want to get rid of all this. These are all my pepper plants, and they're really not thriving as well as what they used to, but it's because they're shaded, and they're just not getting the same amount of sun as what they always have. And so next year, these will not be here. I'm going to abort the pots. My wife doesn't mind that. She doesn't like the pot look. At least the way we have it on the back fence. Pots in general are not bad, just as many as I have. These are going to go in the garden. I've had a lot of success. You can't see it here, but there's a couple pepper plants that are in the actual garden that are just thriving and doing so well that why not? I think we've got a good soil setup. I think it's perfect for it. So next year we will be moving the peppers into the garden, or at least into a raised bed. Right now it's into this garden. That may change when we build some other beds over here and what we decide to put in. But the peppers, we're going to do a harvest later today. We just wanted to kind of walk you guys through and show you what's going on. But the tomatoes, the paste tomatoes, all of them, I mean, they're blowing up. German greens look good. They need to be pulled. There's a variety of Rutgers and more mortgage lifters that are as big as my face. It's huge. The okra is just blowing up. I've got more Romas here that need to come off. I mean, it's just doing so well. We've got bell peppers over here that look really good. That'll probably, we could harvest soon before. We don't want them to get wrinkly. But this is what we, no, I'm sorry, this is not it. This is the horn melon here. And if you follow it up, I don't know if I saw one over there, so I know they're starting. And I'm not going to be able to find one because I wanted to show you guys, but that's okay. Just take my word for it. Maybe I'll show you that other one. But this is what I'm talking about. This was all bacterial wilt. It was so thick. I mean, we have cucumbers on here that we never pulled off, that they need to go. We got a ton. I mean, we had more cucumbers than we knew what to do, and we were very happy with the success of everything. It's just, it's time to go. So we'll see. I don't know. I may still rip out everything but the horn melon, but when it's this entwined, it becomes really tough to get everything out without damaging or hurting the other plants. Oh, we've got a pepper on the ground here. It's a little burn mark, rotten mark, so we'll compost that. No sense in eating that. So anyways, that's kind of a quick run through. What we'll do over here, all this stuff along this fence will go. We're gonna build in some more raised beds here. I think I wanna do long skinny beds, maybe just do them 3 foot wide and maybe do them the length of this whole thing here, because then if we can fit in 3 or 4 here, right, that just increases what we're able to do. And I may put something on the back part here. So we may have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, a long one back there. We haven't yet drawn it out. You know, we took a lot of time on this garden in drawing it out and mapping and measuring and put it on graph paper and really talked about it for many months before we put it into action. And then we spray painted it and drew it on the ground, and so there was a process, and we'll be doing the same exact thing. Here comes my son. Look, he's got a stick, and all of a sudden there is an MJ. He has mounted the fence. Come here, buddy. He's got muffins in one hand. Come here, buddy. I got you. Oh man, muffins in one hand, stick in the other. Yeah, you got a stick. The berry box is going to go away. That's another thing that's going to go. I want to build a patch. Look, we've got a baby walking stick. In case you guys have never seen, the walking sticks here are prolific. They are just everywhere, and it's just the coolest thing in the world. It's a bug or an insect, or I'm not sure what genus it's from, but anyways, it's just something you don't see very often, and so it's so cool to see, even like baby. This is a baby. It's green instead of brown. Yes, buddy.
What's that?
That's a trash bag.
Trash bag?
Yeah, we're gonna clean. So that's kind of a quick walkthrough on this side. I want to get the rest of the blueberries in the ground. I'll get them shaped this year. We'll be building a structure over top of them that has bird netting that we can switch out from bird netting and then throw a shade cloth over when it gets hot, just to protect and keep them good. And then we'll constantly amend the soil with peat moss because they like it acidic. Yeah. And so there's just so much to do. The garden, be careful, buddy. The garden is going to really, it's going to change a lot from this year to next, and we're super excited about it. We're starting to come into what we want out of it, and what plants and what tomato plants we're going to keep, and what varieties will grow. So it's super exciting. We're super excited, and we're going to take you guys along on that journey with us. But it's going to change, so it's going to be exciting. But there's a lot to do. I'll probably start this in the fall. And on this side, I think we initially were going to rip these beds up pretty quickly. I think we'll probably leave them in for the time being. I don't know if eventually they'll come up or if they'll stay. I'm not sure. I know if I rip them up, everything that's over there will then need to find a home over here, and then that takes up the extra space in which I wanted to put other things. So I don't know. We'll figure it out, but it's going to change, and so we want to put in a greenhouse possibly over there. But as you can see, we've got so many things we want to do that it's overwhelming. So one thing at a time, it'll slowly come together, and we'll take you along on those projects and show you. But for now, that's what's going on here at the end of July. Just starting to figure out what we want to grow for fall and winter. So, but again, thank you guys so much. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon. You'll get new notifications when we put up videos. And I will be taking you guys along on our tropical excursion, showing you some of the updates. So thank you guys, and see you next time.